No one imagined that within the silence of an old storm drain lived a soul so broken, so fragile, that the sight of her would change me forever. She emerged slowly, hesitantly, from the mouth of the drain. A cat, frail, dirt-covered, and heartbreakingly thin. Her eyes, clouded and unresponsive, told me she could no longer see the world around her. Her fur was matted and patchy, clinging to her malnourished frame, and the way she moved, carefully, fearfully, spoke volumes. She had been alone for far too long. "Oh no! Look at you," I whispered, my heart sinking. I couldn't look away. I couldn't just walk on. Something about the way she looked at the world with those empty, milky eyes gripped my soul. I knew I had to help. That moment, right then and there, became the beginning of Sunny's second chance. We later named her Sunny, as a symbol of the warmth and hope we hoped to bring into her life. Sunny didn't fight when we picked her up. She didn't hiss, didn't run. It was as if she had no strength left to resist, no energy left to fear. That broke me even more. I gently wrapped her in a towel and held her close. Her body was so light, so cold. She trembled in my arms, but I whispered to her softly, "You're safe now, little one. We're going to take care of you." We rushed her to the vet, not knowing what we'd find. The diagnosis was serious. Her eyes were damaged beyond recovery and needed minor surgery to prevent infection. The vet confirmed what we already feared. She had likely been blind for some time, and her overall health was fragile. She had been living in extreme conditions, on the streets, inside drains, exposed to the elements. The next 12 weeks would be the hardest, and the most beautiful journey of her life. We brought her to the rescue centre, where a quiet, cosy space was prepared just for her. We knew it would take more than medicine to heal Sunny. It would take patience, trust, and unconditional love. The first few days, she barely moved. She hid in the corner, flinching at sounds, and only ate when we left the room. Her soul had been wounded just as much as her body, but we didn't give up. Every day we sat with her. We spoke to her in gentle tones, letting her get used to our voices. We stroked her carefully, never forcing contact, but always letting her know we were there. The vet team visited regularly, monitoring her progress and making sure her surgery sites healed properly. They went above and beyond to make her comfortable and calm. "She's such a brave little girl," one of the nurses often said, smiling as Sunny began to purr softly during treatments. Slowly, day by day, she began to change. In the second week, she stopped hiding. She began to come forward when we called her name. "Sunny, sweetheart," I would say, and I could hear her tiny paws stepping forward, guided by trust. By the fourth week, she started purring more, especially when we sat near her. She even started rubbing against our legs, gently and curiously. "She knows we love her," I said one evening, tears welling in my eyes as Sunny curled up in my lap. "And she's starting to love us back." By the 8th week, Sunny was playing. We got her toys designed for blind cats, balls with bells and feathered toys that made soft sounds. She played like a kitten discovering the world for the first time. It was the most heartwarming thing to witness. Her energy returned, her fur grew thick and shiny again, and her steps were no longer filled with fear but with confidence. Every week brought new hope. Every little progress felt like a miracle. And then, after 12 long weeks, we could finally say Sunny was healthy. She had transformed, physically, emotionally, completely. The frail, trembling creature from the storm drain was now a strong, curious, affectionate cat. She had learned to live without sight, guided instead by the touch, sound, and love of the people around her. "She's not just surviving," one rescuer said, "she's truly living now." Sunny's story quickly spread on social media and even appeared in a local newspaper. People from around the world sent kind messages, amazed by her transformation and touched by her strength. Some even said they cried reading her journey, and the most beautiful part, they didn't just thank us. They thanked Sunny for reminding them what resilience looked like. "She's a little warrior," someone commented, "and proof that love really does heal." We couldn't agree more. Looking at Sunny now, it's hard to believe she once called a cold, damp drain her home. Today she lives in comfort, in warmth, surrounded by affection. She leans into our hands for cuddles, follows familiar voices, and naps in sunny corners of her room, just like any beloved pet should. Sunny's rescue was more than just saving one life. It was a reminder to all of us that every animal, no matter how broken, no matter how hopeless their situation may seem, deserves a chance to be loved, a chance to heal, a chance to live. If her story touched your heart, please share it. Let it reach others. Let it remind the world that there is beauty in compassion, strength in kindness, and hope in every rescue. Together we can be the light in the darkest places for animals like Sunny who are waiting to be seen, saved, and loved.
Hello, little chicken. How are you? How are you today? Hi, little chicken. How are you? Are you cute or what? Where did you come from? So the story of this one just showed up mysteriously in someone's garden, and they reached out to me. I'm so glad they did.
There are moments in life when you see something so heartbreaking that it etches itself into your soul forever. That moment came for me on a rainy afternoon, when I spotted a frail little figure emerging slowly from the mouth of a drainage pipe. It was a cat, so thin her bones looked like they might pierce her skin. Her fur matted with dirt and her eyes clouded over, lifeless. Her name would become Sunny, though nothing about her situation reflected light. Yet. I stood frozen for a second, watching her timid steps as she sniffed the air cautiously. She was homeless, wandering the streets alone. That drainage pipe had become her only refuge, her makeshift shelter from a world that had clearly never shown her kindness. I didn't know if she had ever known the warmth of a home or the comfort of a human touch. But looking at her, I could feel her pain. Physical, emotional, spiritual. Her eyes looked like they had given up on life. I can't leave her here, I whispered to myself, already moving toward her. She didn't run. Maybe she didn't have the strength. Maybe a part of her wanted help. Whatever the reason, she let me approach, and as I gently wrapped her in a blanket, she didn't resist. It was as if she'd been waiting her whole life for someone to notice her. My heart ached at how light she was, like a whisper carried on the wind. We rushed her to the vet. Sunny was in a terrible state. The vet confirmed what I had feared. Her eyes were beyond saving. She was blind and the decay threatened infection. Immediate surgery was necessary to remove the damaged eye and prevent further suffering. The team at the clinic was wonderful, speaking gently to her, offering her soft touches and comfort. "We'll take care of you, sweetheart," one of the nurses whispered as Sunny was prepped for surgery. The operation was only the beginning of her healing journey. The following 12 weeks were filled with sleepless nights and tireless care. Each day I gave her medication, fed her by hand, and slowly earned her trust. She would flinch at sudden movements and unfamiliar sounds. She'd wake up crying softly in the middle of the night, and I'd lie beside her, whispering reassuring words. But day by day, Sunny changed. At first, she began to eat more. Then she started exploring her surroundings by touch and smell. She discovered the softness of her bed, the warmth of sunlight streaming through the window, the sound of my footsteps meaning safety, not fear. One morning, I walked into the room to find her curled up in a ball, purring softly for the first time. Tears welled in my eyes. "She's happy," I whispered to no one, my voice trembling. "She's really happy." The transformation over 12 weeks felt nothing short of a miracle. Sunny became stronger. Her coat regained its luster, her body filled out, and most importantly, her spirit began to shine. Though she could not see, she navigated her new world with remarkable grace. She even began to play, tentatively at first, batting at bells and sniffing out treats hidden in puzzles. By the end of her treatment, Sunny was no longer the ghost of a cat that had emerged from that drainage pipe. She was a survivor, a fighter, a beacon of resilience. Watching her roll over for belly rubs or rub against my leg when I entered the room, I felt like my heart could burst. "She's like a new cat," one of the rescue team members remarked during a visit. "I can't believe this is the same girl from the pipe." But it was her. Sunny had just been waiting for someone to believe in her. Her story caught the attention of a local newspaper, and before long she became a symbol of hope on social media. Messages of love poured in from all over the world, people sending their warmest wishes, artwork of Sunny, and heartfelt thanks to the rescue team and veterinary staff. One comment stayed with me. "Thank you for not giving up on her. You didn't just save a cat. You reminded us what compassion looks like." And that's exactly what animal rescue is. It's a reminder. A reminder that every life matters, that kindness can rewrite even the darkest stories, that no creature, no matter how small or broken, is beyond saving. Sunny may never see the world with her eyes, but she feels it deeply, with every touch, every kind word, every soft kiss on her forehead. And now she knows love. She knows safety. She knows what it means to belong. To anyone reading this, I ask you from the bottom of my heart, share Sunny's story. Let her journey be a spark that ignites compassion in someone else. Let it be a call to action for the voiceless, the abandoned, the forgotten. Because while not every rescue story is easy, each one is worth it. Love healed Sunny, and it can heal so many more.